State lawmakers raising ethical concerns over State Superintendent Ryan Walters' new job.
He says he's resigning, Ryan Walters does, from his state job to become the CEO of the Teacher Freedom Alliance, which brands itself as a conservative alternative to teachers' union.
As News 4's John Hayes tells us, this is not the first time Walters' ties to the group have raised questions. John.
Jolene, Kevin, this state representative raised concerns earlier this year that Walters was endorsing the group in his official capacity as superintendent. Her complaint went nowhere, and attorney tells us now that nothing likely will.
I'll be stepping down as Oklahoma State Superintendent and taking on the role as the CEO of the Teacher Freedom Alliance.
I mean, I can't wrap my head around it.
Oklahoma City Democratic Representative Ellen Pogamiller tells me her feelings about State Superintendent Ryan Walters' new job are complicated.
In March, Superintendent Walters had sent out a press release using his letterhead and using his power of his position to kind of declare this new union, Teacher Freedom Alliance, coming to Oklahoma and making it the preferred union over all other unions in the state.
We received 3 of those press releases and another email sent to parents about the organization in 1 week. Founded in March, the Teacher Freedom Alliance's website says it is a group of former educators that want to assist the best of our profession to stay in the classroom. It has over 3,000 teachers enrolled. Its president is also the CEO of the Freedom Foundation, an anti-teachers union group. Ryan Walters spoke at their summit in Colorado 2 years ago and then billed the state over $500. I reached out to a spokesperson Thursday and an Oklahoma member of the group requesting interviews to explain what they do, but never heard back. Pogamiller started asking questions when she saw those press releases we mentioned.
I had reached out to the Ethics Commission, really with the concern that we are not allowed as state officials, we're prohibited from using state resources to promote private industry.
She says she also reached out to Oklahoma Attorney General Gentner Drummond to weigh in, but that didn't go anywhere. The Ethics Commission discussed the issue at a May 1st meeting, saying the Teacher Freedom Alliance was a nonprofit and Walters hadn't broken any rules so long as he received nothing for promoting them. Pogamiller said after watching this a few more times,
I'll be stepping down as Oklahoma State Superintendent and taking on the role as the CEO of the Teacher Freedom Alliance.
She thought it was worth a follow-up.
Hey, he can still be held accountable if we can show that he had private gain through using his state position.
Enter Oklahoma election law attorney A.J. Ferretti.
There would have to be some sort of a setup by the bureaucrats within the Ethics Commission. The bureaucrats would have to find some sort of cause of action, and they like finding cause of action. They like finding those. But they would still be required by the ethics commissioners to actually take a vote before any investigation was initiated.
The stars would also have to align for a vote in a public meeting, the next of which isn't scheduled until October 9th, 8 days after Walter says he's starting his new job.
By the time any investigation opens against Mr. Walters, he'll probably already be out of office, and the Ethics Commission won't have any authority to investigate anything that he's doing.
Pogamiller says no outcome will change how she feels.
Walters is noise. He's not actually working to improve education for students.
Now, I did reach out to a spokesperson for Superintendent Walters, but didn't hear back. We've also been trying to get clarification on when Walters will formally resign. The governor's office tells me as early as today, the state has not received his resignation letter.